Gamers, we did it. A clean and elegant win. On our way to Ascension 18. Swap relics. Ooh, we never discard our cards. I feel like early on, that's aggressively bad. Because we want to discard things that are not... Oh, but you get to hold your eruption until you need it. Phrasing, perhaps, but... This actually... Maybe it's actually incredible when we're mostly concerned about stance dancing. Because so many times we draw... eruption, but we're like, oh, if we play it this turn, we'll take too much damage. But in this unique context, very interesting. Now, do I know what to do with it? No, I do not. No, I do not. However, I feel like it's actually kind of amazing, maybe. I probably had lethal last turn, by the way. I mean, same thing with Worship, right? Like, Worship basically already has its upgrade built in. We probably could have done that turn without taking damage, but whatever. We're feeling it out. 9 takes you to 25. We can't kill you this turn. But we certainly can kill you next turn. I'm very intrigued by what we've got going on here. There is something to be said about a meditate. Signature move I don't think could work at all, but I am a little worried that maybe we're taking a little bit too much memery. But the double worship in the deck early, am I crazy to think that this is like... It's tech to the extreme? We're gonna need some blocks at some point. You could always meditate back a worship. Play it, get struck, get follow up, get struck. I don't know. I feel like it's working okay, but I'm scared by the perceived complexity of operating this heavy machinery. Reach Heaven does 10 damage. It's a sad story. Let's get some stuff out of our hands so we can... Basically, we want to draw our divinity. Yeah, our worship as fast as possible. So play that. No reason to erupt. You're gonna wake up next. I guess we should have played a defend just to free some space, but let's go crazy mode. $30 damage. With a guaranteed through violence next turn. I think we own you, little bro. I think that wasn't even close. Now, I honestly... I think we have, like, a good scaffolding. Bowling Bash is probably worth adding. They're all good, I think. I'm not sweating the Parasite. Although... It will never be removed from my hand. Maybe we gotta anger the mushrooms on this. This is a spooky start. How about a little power? Just see what you got for me here. I don't know if these count as retaining, but I'm willing to give it a chance regardless. I can't help but feel we're gonna regret it if we don't play the worship. Okay, it doesn't count as retained. Now we know. Obviously, this is not really what we were looking for. Eruption, this would do 14. We'd still have 2 energy left. I think this is gonna suck. But I think that's okay. No, that made sense. Unfortunately, that made sense. Yeah, okay, it's side, but hey, we did get a benefit for it. Empty body. We need blocks. We need stance enablers, and I think it might sound a little spicy. I think one of the most important things that we could get right now is just removal. Like, I think not being forced to hold basic strikes and basic defense. Don't kill me. I'm not ready to go. I think it would be silly not to at least take the chance on this one, right? You're doing 14. Let's just not. I mean, could we have played an eruption? Yeah, but I don't think we're trifling with forces beyond my comprehension, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We don't want to mess with that kind of stuff, okay? We don't want to get involved with that kind of malarkey. There you go. This to me, and I can't really put it into game mechanic terms, but this to me feels like a situation where we would... It's such a good card, man. This feels to me like a situation where we would benefit mightily from not drawing strikes in defense. Now, you're probably always in a situation that's relatively similar to that, but this one feels like even more so than typical. I also think, though it may bother you, I don't think I should have taken the meditate if we were going for divinity. But it's early. I wouldn't cry about it yet. Okay, so it's a chain reaction, boys. Get worshipped on, and then, I mean, I could easily judge you, but then I might find myself being judged, so I refuse. Give me a wallop. It's an easy card to play. I just don't think we can afford to fight an elite right now. And I don't really want any of that, but maybe like a weakness potion just to keep me in the game here. You guys, not so bad. I don't know, man. I mean, Runic Pyramid can be amazing. So I do feel like we got something going here. 12 block. We got 2 worships. If we could ever just get into calm, then we could easily shoot the moon. Otherwise, I guess an energy relic would go crazy if we can get one from the boss. Well, it's wasted money, but whatever. Okay, I think, to be honest, it's a little risky, but with these potions, I don't think we have to rest. If we don't have to rest... I just don't know if meditate's going to be a part of our life cycle here. I think, if anything, a wallop presents a better upside to, like, stay alive. So I am going to burn... I'm going to burn the boats on this one. You know what? On the bright side, we know we got lots of block ready for next turn. So we could play this. Vigilance, empty body. Honestly, you could just live your life, man. You could just live your life on that one. You could set your watch to that. I don't know if I'm crazy on this one, but I feel like you can definitely, like, erupt, worship, knowing that, I mean, our hand is full, but knowing that if we get another worship, all of a sudden, we can hit you for 15, and then follow it up with 24. And then whatever you... Put yourself in calm and bring back a worship. Okay, our hand is way too full. The idea is that now when we exit calm, we'll have the worships ready to go. And we can enter divinity at will. But we need to draw, like, empty body, which we did. It's very nice. Well, this is not great, though. I think you just play a worship. And then a third eye. Let's see what we got cooking here. Let's get all those out of my face. I don't want to see them. I'm literally going to play this just to make space in my hand. And next turn, we're going divinity mode. Because we can. So, hit him where it hurts. One of those. One of these. Follow it up with... This is what I mean, by the way, when I was saying that I'm a little concerned that this run is, like, a little too hard for me to pilot. There's a lot going on here. I could lethal you. But I don't think we necessarily... I mean, it sounds crazy to say that that's not the play, so let's just do it. I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared of how crazy this looks. I think a Devil form fits nicely so we can play more cards out of our hand. boys. It's so tempting. This is also very tempting. You know what? I mean, Coffee Dripper, you gotta have some way to heal. Otherwise, like, one mistake leaves you in the dirt with this character. Like, you take double damage on one turn by accident because you don't draw your stance removal. I mean, this is gonna put us in the dirt too, to be fair. Yeah, you definitely use Bowling Bash first on that one, just for anybody watching along at home, in case you're curious. I just got so excited that, like, Judgment was gonna work. I mean, I guess I would go in on it. I basically hate you for existing, but sure. Okay, we take 5 damage. That's not the end of the world. This is kind of the end of the world, brother. What are you doing to me here? How do you just do it to buff yourself, man? Take a turn off to buff yourself. You're gonna hurt yourself out there. Holy cow. Get a life, dude. Okay, so they hit me for like 40 on the first fight. That's pretty bad. But these are pretty much the worst case scenario with Philosopher's Stone. So we're not changing stance much. I really think because we don't discard cards. Every card we pick up like actually has to matter. Draw probably matters less because we've retained some cards. We're feeling better about ourselves as a result of that. I'm just going to be sensible. I'm not going to play my Eruption because the potential consequences are too high. So I'm more than happy to do that. And then empty my freaking body. And then like meditate a worship back into my hand. If we draw a few dazes, it's not the end of the line. Okay, this is more what we were rooting for. Brilliance. Brilliance seems to fit, man. Got another shop up there, so yeah, hit some question marks. I can't afford the HP. Remove your strikes, gain bites. Yeah. I could be persuaded on that one. I will not lose all my gold. I'm not gonna let you push me around anymore. Get smoked, kid. That's a big one. Taking him out early, that's a big one. They're upset by it, but what are you going to do about it? That's the real question. And I think the answer is not that much. 13 plus 19 doesn't quite kill you. So we don't have lethal on this turn. So I'm thinking the simple play is just put out some damage and heal. Yeah, it's looking a little hot, okay? You wouldn't be the first person to notice that. It's looking a little spicy. It's made even more spicy by the fact that we have none block, which is relatively bad for business. But I lived. He did live, people. He did live. And he didn't spend his money. And he got a potion. Halt isn't... I think Halt is something we're always going to be happy to play, even if we're not in the stance. So, give me that now. We're cutting some garbage. You know what? We can't cut a defend, man. I feel like cutting a meditate is like it's a psychotic choice. Cut a basic defend. Cut a basic defend. Do it. You know it's the right decision. It pains you to do it, but you know it's the right decision. It's got to be done. Judgment, please. Judgment turn 1. Oh, how could you? And so it's actually not that bad. Bowling Bash Deva form, dude. Now we got some energy to cook with. No Judgment turn 2 either, huh? Well, Brilliance. Follow up. Once bitten, twice shy, mon frere. Judgment next turn. It's so over for you. We don't need to judge you. I wonder, do you think with our setup, we could freaking feed on this guy a little bit? You know what I mean? I don't think so, because I don't think I'm putting up 24 block, but... like, because Wallop is going to give us 0 block. Third eye. Vigilance? I think you gotta go, brother. I could bring back a bite, but I think it's just... that's not worth the use of a potion. Okay, just hold. We're gonna have to fight an elite at some point. Oddly Smooth Stone is a nice add. We have to do it. It's... You gotta do it, you gotta do it. Yeah, you gotta go to 23 HP. I would like to take the special relic, I just don't think I can swing it, man. And these... ethereal. If it's it, so no matter what, if it's in our hand at the end of the turn, it's exhausted. So even with Runic Pyramid, you know what? This is a Google question. Runic Pyramid Apparition. Let me see here. Does anybody know what we're doing here? Runic Pyramid. I'm just apparition. Nothing. Okay, how about ethereal? It interacts badly with unplayable non-ethereal cards. Okay. I can't believe I'm going to my own Discord to ask this question. I'm gonna drop like an at everyone. Hello, gamers! Give it a second here. At here, I don't know if that's at Slay the Spire. Does anyone know if you need to upgrade Apparition for it to not dissolve if you have Runic Pyramid? Smiley face. There's one way to find out, but I am going to upgrade one regardless, because the risk is just too high, I think. My reaction when I draw none. Worship. Liquid Memories. Worship. Be dead. 33-24. I mean, for the cost of a potion, that feels great. I guess I would... well, halt will give us 14. Yeah. Erupt. Halt. Block, hold this apparition. Now, this would be a great opportunity just to test. Like, could I kill you this turn? Easily. But I would love to draw an apparition and just see if it exhausts. They don't exist, my brother. They don't exist. Okay. Okay. I'm going to continue stalling on this fool. Because it has to be done, man. Because it's got to be that we do these things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. So, like, can you just take a turn to chill? Can I put up 10 block? I could always play this apparition, 1 block, and then see if the other one fades. It does! Okay, you know what? I'm going to be the change I want to see in the world. I'm going to go tell the Discord that I solved it with the answer. It turns out solved. If it's unupgraded, it will exhaust rather than retain. Thank you, gamers. All right. That's right. I'm not afraid to go back and put a solve in there. I don't think we need to deceive reality. How did I end up with 28 cards in my deck, man? Something's gone horribly wrong. So these need to be upgraded. They could keep us alive forever. And then if you can duplicate more apparitions, we might just be able to come out of this one smelling like a rose. What do we got coming our way? Bites? No thank you, sir. I'd rather see some apparitions. I'm not saying we're going to win, but there is a chance on this. And it might even be more than a chance. I might be underestimating our power level here. I should have judged and then, well, I should have hit you and then judged. Yeah, okay. No reason to play anything yet, I think. Let's triple up on this so-and-so. I'll just level with you, brother. I'm not going out like that. So, go ahead and defend, and then play a single apparition, and then I was literally just about to call this Metacritic. I was going to say I'm going to Metacritic worship back into my hand, but we don't need to Metacritic a worship back into. You need something more proactive, like a third eye, or maybe an eruption gets you into judgment range pretty quick. Like an eruption, wallop, bite, judgment. Okay, okay. Obviously, I think part of the problem for us is we're going to struggle on longer fights. Give me a wave of the hand and then literally like upgrade it immediately. But I think if we can make it through this... If we can make it through this, things are looking up. Because this, he scales pretty quick. You know you got to play the Deva form. This is a hit that we can take, man. There's no need to pop an apparition to block that very small amount of damage. We may only want to pop apparitions if he's actually going to kill us. Probably a good turn for a worship. And we got 5 cards. We can hold the halts just in case. So is this our wave of the hand turn, or are we saving? I think this is our wave of the hand turn because we have a free block. You might as well play this, otherwise it's going to exhaust. But the blocks were mostly just to generate weakness, which is going to give us a lot more runway to play with. Okay, 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 dude! We definitely do want to see this. You know what? We want to get a judgment out of our hands, so we have more space for attacks next turn. Not a great turn because we're weak, but let's get it cycling around regardless, man. And we got no blocks. This is gonna sound crazy. I personally feel no need to play an apparition until he has an attack that would kill us. You never know. We could regen our health to the point where we don't need to worry about that. Now we still have no blocks. This is an apparition turn. And you erupt brilliance through violence. Bite. No need to play a wave of the hand. Now he's going to take a turn to purge his debuffs. It would be nice to get in there, to be honest with you. Oh, save wave of the hand. Hit him, hit him. We got 5 cards. Okay, next. This is where things are getting real, okay? Ah! Okay. Wave of the hand. Very, very, very likely that we're going to play our apparition here. If possible... I would prefer to Bartleby. I would prefer not to use my apparition. But it's not possible. So just play... Keep defend. Because he's already got 6 turns a week. No, you know what? No, play your defend. And play your judgment. Or maybe you probably hold it now. Play this so you don't die. And then meditate. I mean, you got to meditate... like some double damage back here. And hope maybe you draw some attacks. You're doing 20. 20 is meta playable, bro. Oh, but I gotta do the math. I can put up 14 block. How much damage can I do? 12 takes you to 97. I certainly cannot kill you. So put up as much block as you can. We would love to see the other worship next turn. And then maybe like a follow-up and a wallop gets the job done. And literally save everything you've got. Maybe pop this just so you're not weak. I think even with weakness it won't matter. The worship. Wallop. Follow-up. Bowling bash. Judgment. Is maybe bite instead in case the HP carries over. Now it's not... It's not over, man. Like this is a serious song and dance here. We're going in and out of style, okay? Wish is interesting, but I can't help but feel like something like Spirit Shield for crazy block is very advantageous. Plus, we tend to have full hands. We do need to finish fights a little bit faster. All level with you? We don't need... This is crazy. We don't need any extra energy as long as we draw Devil Form. I can't believe we just did that. I can't believe this is where we're at, but it is where we're at, so get used to it, brother. Turn 1 is definitely like the most dangerous turn. Because if you just don't draw block, you could easily die. Block or apparition, for that matter. I mean, am I dead? Not dead, not dead, okay. This turn's looking a little heinous, though. I'm dead? I'm not dead. In fact, in a bizarre twist of fate, I'm taking very little damage, all things considered. I'm going to be in calm, so giving me that empty body opens up the possibility of double worship next turn, if it presents itself. Which it didn't, but that's okay. Let's start with the empty body, and just, well, this is 19 block by itself. You're doing 33. I'm happy to be right there. And just save the apparition. It's great to have it in your pocket, man. We can play around with that. So we have a double worship setup. Probably lost Devil Form on this. And you might call me crazy for this. I don't think it matters at all. How much damage? You're doing 40 damage? This might seem like an insane play, but... So Devil Form upgraded is on the list. As long as we have these apparitions, my whole thought process right now is like, as long as we have apparitions, we can just play them. And then try to farm up a little bit of HP. I mean, we did just like heal for 2 and then take 1, but... This is the kind of thing, like, I can't help but feel that it may genuinely matter. At some point. Obviously, I could kill you. But why would I kill you when I could feed on you and you could get me back to full HP? I'd have to be silly. I'd have to be silly to even entertain the notion. Maybe I'm not getting back to full, but I'm feeling pretty darn good. At least until the apparitions run out. Now we're on 20 HP. I'm sorry to tell you this, brother. We got an apparition and we got a block. As long as we got an apparition and a block, I'm not freaking killing you. It's not gonna happen. We'll bring back another bite. You really thought you had me. That's a sad story. That's gotta sting. You're finding out something we all had to learn. You never had me. You never even had your car. Hold right there. Okay, so that was like 10 minutes on the first fight on this floor. Definitely there's nothing we could do with Orichalcum. Foresight seems crazy good. And then a basic defend has been removed. Because remember, these are cards that we're going to be holding forever. Gremlin Horn. I'm not saying no to Gremlin Horn, brother. I'm not saying no to Gremlin Horn in the slightest. Now remember, you can afford, I mean, sometimes you have no choice, so afford doesn't have much to do with it, but you can take a little bit of damage early in the interest of you know, getting your stuff ramped up. But at some point, you gotta pull the plug on this one and go for it. Like Judgment, you're very close. Maybe I could get one more bite and then a Judgment, or 2 more bites and then a Judgment. That's huge, man. It's not like we're really interested in resting with the limited amount of HP we have, so can definitely upgrade. Hey, 222 gold. That's a beautiful thing. Let's upgrade some cards. Deva form needs to be upgraded. I don't know how to feel about you. I'll tell you something, though. Drawing Deva form seems kind of crazy, and then I would love to see Wallop. I don't really care for Brilliance or follow-up right now. We'd rather draw them later. But the early Deva form is straight gas. 22 block. Plus a spicy Wallop. Wallop's 13, so it's like 36 block. We don't have to play an Apparition on this one. Because you're doing 38, I got 35, and I got the means to bring myself back. I think you just meditate yourself a Spirit Shield back into your hand, brother. And that's not that bad. Now you wave of the hand, empty body. We got infinite energy. We could double worship. We don't have to double worship on this turn. We could double worship on the next turn. You're doing 31. I literally don't care. I honestly couldn't care less. I'm just getting that out of my hands. And now you're all going to pay. You're all going to pay. Don't cry about it. You should have known what you were getting into when you started playing attacks against a guy like me. Now you're all going to pay. Now I'm at full HP. You did 1 damage to me. You feel like a big man? I'd be surprised. But an Apparition. How about another one of those? I played the wrong... Well, you know what? Just give me another. Just stack it up. Double it and give it to the next guy, as they say. Double it and give it to the next guy. How about a bite? Oh. I'm feeling it, man. Talk to the hand is tough. Because it's... I can't really... I mean, possibly I could punch... Oh, but there's no way to get it out of my... We can't play it, sorry. I know there was stream of consciousness that meant nothing at all. 2 cards back with Meditate. It's probably overkill now that I think about it. You get the Apparition, man. That Apparition is very important. We're going up against a boss that hits pretty hard, pretty fast. Certainly, having a Spirit Shield popping a little better, a little faster would be beautiful. I'm thinking there's a shot for sure. I wouldn't bury the lead on this one. I'm thinking there's a genuine chance. Look at that, man. So inspirational. And just hold the Apparition. What do we care, man? What do we care? You want, in a weird way, as long as they're not buffing their strength much. As long as the fight goes longer, we don't really mind. 21 and 8 damage. I literally can't kill you, so I'm going to pop an Apparition on this one. It stings a little bit. I'm not going to deny it. And we'll bring back a bite for now. But that's why the boss fight is kind of horrible for us. Beautiful. Beautiful. Because they do buff their strength. But if the longer a fight goes on against these guys, the happier I am. Because I mean, honestly, I'm just getting in my bag. I don't know why I chose not to attack the one that would have killed them, but it's in the whole scheme of things, it probably doesn't matter all that much. Get out of my face, please. Okay, we're about to go through with a boss fight, right? Unless our next question mark is an encounter. I just don't think we can make Wheel Kick work. Whispering Voices. I would probably, just for me personally, I'd probably lose 1 max HP. These guys are a potential trouble. I'd really like to play Deva form. We don't need to. You know what? You play Deva form, you play Threat. The thing is, The mantra potion or the ambrosia potion, it might just be the best potion, man. I think I would be throwing if I didn't save that for use against the boss. You're doing 27? I was gonna play an apparition, but honestly I didn't realize how decroded you guys were. We're already there? It would be nice, let's not get ahead of ourselves too much, but it would be nice to be at full HP by the end of this fight. Because in that scenario, we could easily feel comfortable. Sure. Upgrading a card before the boss. And I mean, that's pretty much where we stand right now. Alright. Interesting. A relic. 2 upgraded attacks. Remove. I don't think we have anything to remove, man. Give me 2 upgraded attacks. I kind of can't believe it. We're gonna remove anything. I don't even know what it would... Honestly, like, follow-up is, like, not quite incredible. It's not something I'm disappointed to draw, necessarily, but... okay, meditate bringing 2 back. And then I think we gotta nut up and pay, like, very close attention to this, which is why I'm not necessarily looking forward to it, but... You could immediately enter the divinity stance. I think a more reasonable way to look at this is that you probably just have to burn an apparition, because otherwise we die. Well, no, you don't necessarily. You would stay alive. There's no reason, I know I keep saying it, it's mostly to myself though. There's no reason to play an upgraded apparition unless you would die. I literally thought I did the math wrong and I was gonna die, by the way. Give me, this turn, give me ambrosia, because it's very important that we burn through your artifacts. So I'll take a wave of the hand, and then I'll wallop. I wish we had a little bit more to give, but that's okay. We got 2 apparitions in hand. Just get rid of the judgment. We just don't want to see it yet. It may become useful at a later date. Okay, this is a given turn. It's apparition devil form. And I see what you're talking about, just for the record. It's spirit shield. You could play halt, but you don't have to. You could save it for next turn. So at some point, it's a given that a worship has to... We have to make space in hand. Okay, no, I got it. It's halt, worship, meditate, and I know we're going to be drawing basically nothing next turn. But give me it sounds... A worship is a gimme, I should say. Give me another... I got to kill you fast, though. Like, Brilliance is an option, Spirit Shield is an option just to have it in hand. Yeah, okay. You know what? I like the idea of having a retained Spirit Shield, just to stay frosty. So then you would worship. We got 9 energy. You probably play a Spirit Shield and the third eye. We don't really care to see that bite just yet. You're gonna make me play the eruption to kill you this turn? It's a little rude. It's a little insane. I refuse to do it. Quite honestly. We're drawing another intangible. Okay. I mean, you're dead next turn. My gut's telling me to play the worship, but you know what? I'm not playing the intangible. I'm not playing the eruption. I'm not playing the intangible. They're too valuable. They're too valuable for us, man. They're too valuable. You wouldn't understand. That's everything. That's the game right there. 9 energy. So we're gonna reach heaven. Getting that daze out of here. Good stuff. Might as well play a worship. Hold the through violence. Hold the halt as well. You can play an Eruption. Because we have an Apparition if everything goes wrong. Bite, Daze, Third Eye. We don't need them. We need other stuff. Just let me peer into the abyss for a second here. Lest it peer into me. I mean, Empty Body's just it's kind of just a freebie, right? I should have played this first, then it really would have been free. Okay, we're chill. We're chill. We're chiller than you are, man. We're chiller than you are. Judgment? No. Brilliance? Yeah. And forget about the bites. We don't need them anymore. It's a different sort of build now. I do think we go in. With 2, I don't think they can beat us. I think we go in on this turn. Even though we only have 2 attacks, they're going to be 2 very good attacks. Or it's going to be 1 very good attack and then also a bite. And then you can just meditate back like a Judgment. And I can't see how much HP you have, but I got to feel like a Brilliance. Oh, we did it, man! Holy! Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed the video. 2 wins, huh? If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. That was a good run. Great use of intangible. The bites did what they had to do. I'll see you next time for Ascension 19. Later!